So, book number 1, 𝙵𝚊𝚒𝚗. Okay, this book literally broke my heart. Stocks up her whole cabinet. Series. Not the books for decoration. Hey. I'm gonna just stop myself because it's kind of like embarrassing. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, my name is Jayleen Marie Cruz, and if you're not new here, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing an August reading wrap-up. I feel like I read about the same each month, but like I have no life. I know there are people out there that read like 3 books a month, and that's perfectly okay because those people probably have their lives together. I do not. Let's get into it because there's a series that I really want to talk about on here that for the month of August I read 21 books. There were like how do you say it? I've seen people say novellas. I've been saying novellas. Now why does this sound weird coming out of my mouth? Literally novellas.
Novellas. Here are the novellas. There's nothing that I say.
They're saying novellas. Is it not Okay, this is not what the video is about, Jayleen. Novellas. I'm gonna call it that, but it sounds like a novela, a Spanish TV show, okay? So I'm gonna probably get the two mixed. If I say it wrong, I'm so sorry. For the month of August, I read 21 books. Like I said, I don't leave my house. Don't leave my house. I don't respond to anybody. I just drown myself in books. 2 physical books and then 19 ebooks, I guess you can say, Apple books. I read them on my phone, so 19 were read on my phone and 2 physical books. Okay, so let's talk about the 2 physical books first. These were like a recent read, so I recently read them, but my current read right now is The Love Hypothesis. I'm absolutely loving this book, but that's what I'm currently reading. I don't even know how to start this out. Anyway, we're just gonna start it. Book number 1. I read Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I gave this book 3 stars. I wanted to see obviously the hype on Emily Henry's books, and so far I really like this one, even though it was 3 stars. 3 stars is not bad, y'all. I loved it. I love Libby and Nora's sister relationship. You know, it's just something about sisters. I have a sister. I absolutely adore my sister. You know, she's younger than me, but she's like my best friend. I talk to her about anything, and that's what I felt in this book. I really related to, you know, Nora and trying to be there for her sister. I love the whole small town. I feel like I'm loving the whole small town like books. Like I love it. It's just something about it. It be giving. Okay, but yeah, I loved Charlie and Nora. Oh my gosh, Charlie. I absolutely loved him. He was giving very much serious, don't talk to me. But that's how I am. If you wanted to read an Emily Henry book first, maybe Book Lovers. I also have Beach Read. I haven't read that one yet, so for my first Emily Henry book, I really enjoyed it. Now this next book, y'all. Okay, this book literally broke my heart. It's If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nowlin. I recently saw on her Instagram that I forgot what it was called, but I think it's like Finney's like point of view and stuff like that. I rated this book 4 stars just because of the ending. I know it's a young adult book. I think I don't want to say I went into it thinking it was like crazy, going deep off the deep end. Where am I trying to go with this? Overall, I feel like if it wasn't for the ending, I would have given it a 3, and obviously 3 is okay. I wasn't expecting the ending. It absolutely broke my heart. I don't want to spoil it, but if you've been seeing this book, read it. I know that I was seeing this book on like book talk, and I was seeing that everybody was reading it and that it was breaking people's hearts. It was making people cry. Like I said, I love a good book that makes me cry. Sadly, I didn't cry in this book. For this book, I guess it was just like I've been seeing edits and stuff on my phone about Autumn and Finney, and it's kind of, I was like, I'm not gonna, like, I was tearing up like just watching a couple of them, but anyway. I don't want to spoil it. What was my review on this? I'm pretty sure on Goodreads I was like, I'm sending you my therapy bill. For them being so, I don't want to say young, but there was just some parts I really couldn't connect with. You know, it was Jamie and Autumn, and they were together, and her friends, and things were happening with her friends, and I was like, hello? And it was like jumping, and I was like kind of not connecting, but kind of was. I don't know. It's just, you just have to read it for yourself because everybody is different. The ending, Miss Laura, why would you do something to me like this? Like, and if you think I'm ready for Finney's, I think it's Finney's book. If I'm like wrong, please correct me, but I believe it's Finney's side. I don't know if I'm ready to read that because that will break me. I think I would cry for that book because I loved Finney. For the next book, it was a series, so like I finished one book for July, and then I finished it in August because I really wanted a break from the series. So the series it's 3 books. It's Entangled, Bound, and Fractured, and the series is called A Twisted Tale by R. Phillips. If you know that series, I don't want to say I was recommended by it, but after I read the Ravenhood series, I wanted something like it, and I've been seeing people compare that series with Ravenhood, so I wanted to check it out. So for the first book, even though it's not a part of the wrap-up, it's called Entangled. It's called Entangled, and I gave that book 5 stars. I enjoyed the first book. I absolutely loved the first book. I loved Jace, and I haven't read, these books were a while ago, so if I forget the names, I'm so sorry. Jace, Eleanor. It's Eleanor, Jace, and Cooper. I enjoyed the first book. Absolutely loved it. That was 5 stars. And I think all the series, the whole series is Helen of Troy retelling. I don't know what Helen of Troy retelling is, so if you know what that is, I would love to know. I gave it 5 stars, but like towards the end I enjoyed it. Next book, and this is part of the wrap-up. Here is the beginning, Bound, and that's book 2 of the Twisted Tale. I gave that book 3 stars. I was having a hard time like enjoying, I don't want to say enjoying because I was, but I just wanted to finish the book. I hate DNFing books. Like, I have to finish a book, so I would like put it off on not reading it. So that's why I give it 3. For the ending, I guess, cliffhanger, I think maybe that's why. I'm kind of forgetting, to be honest, what the plot was. I don't want to spoil anything, but if you loved Ravenhood, I guess I could suggest a series. But yeah, Bound, that was 3 stars. It was definitely, in that book, a love triangle. Okay, the 3rd book in that series is called Fractured, and that's in the trilogy as well. I gave that one 3 stars. I wanted to see how the series ended, so I guess that's why I kind of read it. Loved how the book ended. It was super sweet, but I was just so sad because of one of the characters. If you know, you know. I don't think I have much to say on that one. Yeah, I enjoyed the series. I did, but I certainly loved the Ravenhood series much better. Okay, so this is a series that I freaking wanted to talk about. Oh my god, I was kind of, I don't know if I get into reading like slumps where I just don't want to read, but there are just some days where I'm like, I don't feel like reading today. Like, I don't feel like staring at my phone. I don't feel like staring at a book. So I guess you can call that a reading slump. I would think whatever you consider a reading slump, that's your reading slump. I think this was mine. But this next series, the 𝙵𝚊𝚒𝚾𝚆 Barbarians series, by Ruby Dixon. I loved this. Well, I haven't read the whole series. I only got to 9 because there's like novellas. I was about to say novellas. There's novellas in between the series. In between the series. I read 7 of them because I'm trying to save the rest of the series, because if I ever get into a reading slump again, that's where I run to. Okay, I run to 𝙵𝚊𝚒𝚾 Barbarians. And if you've been seeing that, I wasn't suggested it, but I was seeing everybody reading this, and it was like spicy and blue aliens, and I was like, blue alien, what the fuck y'all read? But then I got into it and I went through a freaking rabbit hole, y'all. I couldn't stop reading. Like, I just wanted to read more and more, and I was like, okay, I need to stop reading because if I ever get into reading stuff again, I need to get into the series. Okay, so first book. I don't know why I'm making this more complicated than it has to be. I don't know, I think I like black out during this part, so if you actually want to hear what I want to say, y'all can go watch it, but like you could probably skip the whole 𝙵𝚊𝚒𝚾 Barbarians section because I'm gonna really simple it down for you guys because I don't know why I was having such a hard time explaining. Basically, like I said, I read 9 books. So 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 4.75. 9 in total in the series so far. I don't know why I was having a hard time. The main book, and then there were the novellas. Jayleen, that's all you had to say. I don't know why I made it so hard. It's called 𝙵𝚊𝚒𝚾 Barbarians, and I rated that a 5. I know people are like, you know, it's not like, I don't want to say it's just spice. I'm a girl that loves the spice, okay? Give it to me, y'all. I probably read the most darkest shit, right? Love the series. Like, it's giving to me. It's giving. and I love the aliens and the whole concept of the women being kidnapped and being taken to this planet, and well, not taken to this planet, but they like kind of basically the women take over and they like land in a different planet with these blue aliens, and yeah, things happen. And they're in their tribe, there's not a lot of women, so y'all can probably figure out what happened. Okay, they need more women. Okay, and it's just every book and novellas is different, and I guess a different trope. I don't know, I feel like in every book is a different trope. I guess that's the main plot, I guess I would say, because I don't want to spoil it. Okay, so 𝙵𝚊𝚒𝚾𝚆 Barbarians, I gave that 5. That was the first book. Loved Georgie and Vecto. I feel like I'm gonna forget all their names. See, I can't by the cover of the books tell who they are. Okay, so book number 1, 5 stars. Book number 2, no, that's a novella. Novella. So 𝙵𝚊𝚒𝚾𝚆, Vecto, and Georgie. Okay, so book 1 and the novella is, that's together. So for the novella, I gave it 4 stars. Loved it. This series has me in a fucking chokehold. Okay, book number 2, it's called Barbarian Alien. I give that 4 stars. When I say chokehold, I mean, why? Jayleen, why would you do that? I hope none of my family watches this. I can't say names, okay? I can't say names in the books because anyway, book 2, rated at a 4. These aliens, y'all. So the novella for book 2, it's Rahash and Liz. I gave that 4 stars. Completely in love. I'm loving this series. If it gets me out of my reading slump, I love it, even though I rate it like 3 stars. Okay, because it's not really like, I don't want to say plot. Is there like a plot? I don't know. If you think there's a plot, let me know. But 𝙵𝚊𝚒𝚾𝚆, that was 4 stars. Barbarian Lover, that is book 3. I rated that 4 as well, and that book is on Kira and 𝙵𝚊𝚒. These names, I don't know. I can't pronounce them. Kira and 𝙵𝚊𝚒? 𝙵𝚊𝚒. Absolutely love them. 𝙵𝚊𝚒 was literally chasing after this girl. Okay, he literally said, "This is my human, and I'm taking her." He was so sweet. Next book, Barbarian Mind. I gave that 4 stars. Okay, so Barbarian Mind was about Rook and Harlow. Basically, Rook he was by himself. He wasn't a part of the other alien tribe, I guess. And Harlow, he basically, but something happens to Harlow, and yeah, they're kind of together, and they're just kind of together. You just have to read it, y'all. I don't want to spoil it, even though it's kind of like, Rook said, "Fuck everybody, I only care about my girl." That's it. I can't even get a guy to care about me, but these aliens, they go all out. Okay, let's take a pause on the 𝙵𝚊𝚒 series. That's kind of where I paused, but I have one more book out. Okay, the next book that I read was called Death's Obsession by Avina St. Grave. I gave this book 3 stars. Love this book. I wanted more, to be honest, in this book. Like, basically the book is about Death and Lilith, okay? And this book was giving shadows, and she had a boyfriend, and basically Death, Grim Reaper himself, was like, the fuck? I'm gonna have to take care of this girl. She went through something very traumatic. Death basically leaves notes under her pillows, like notes anywhere that she'll find, and she thinks she's going crazy. It's like stalker romance. She thinks she's hallucinating. She has his boyfriend who's literally shite. Okay, basically Death takes care of her. This girl couldn't buy food. Like, she didn't have enough money. You know what this man does? Or Death, the Grim Reaper, gives her money, stocks up her whole cabinet. It's crazy. So yeah, I gave this book 3 stars because I wanted more. I didn't want it to end because it was giving hot and spicy and kind of sweet. Is that okay to say about that? Literally the Grim Reaper, Jayleen. Anyway, these are just books, y'all, so it's okay. Okay, the next book I read was Love Me Today by A.L. Jackson. I gave that book 5 stars. It was like small town romance. He was a single dad, enemies to lovers, grumpy to sunshine, nanny. I loved Caleb and Paisley. The daughter was literally so cute. Basically, Caleb is escaping from his past, and he meets Paisley, and she becomes the nanny. And he's like, because the mom's not there, so he's like struggling. And when he brings Paisley in, I love this book. I thought it was like really well written. I really recommend this book. Small town romance type of stuff, and like Grumpy Sunshine. It literally had like everything. It was like opposites, like it really was. So 5 stars for that book. Loved it. Okay, the next book that I read, I have seen everywhere, so I had to read it. It's called Done and Dusted by Lyla Sage, and I gave that book 5 stars. I'm ready for the next book, so Miss Lyla, I'm ready because I absolutely loved Emmy. Well, her name is Clementine, but they call her Emmy. And Luke Brooks, it was giving everything, okay? It was giving brother's best friend. I don't want to say Grumpy Sunshine because he's like, everybody loved him. Brother's Best Friend, Done and Dusted by Lyla Sage. I'm so excited for her next book. It's about Ida Hart and Weston, and I loved Wes in the first book, so I'm excited that he has a book as well. The next book is called The Dare by Harley LaRoe. Love her books. Literally read Her Soul to Take, Her Soul for Revenge, and I'm ready for Soul of a Witch that's coming out tomorrow. I'm ready because The Dare, this is a novella because it's like a series, so this is like a beginning. Yeah, but basically The Dare is like, she's going to a party, it's Halloween, they're dressing up. Jessica, she's prom queen, she's cheer captain, she don't give a fuck. So this was giving steamy. Yeah, it was BDSM. So go read that because I rated that 4 stars. I haven't read the other 2 books yet, the Losers Part 1 and Losers Part 2. I'm gonna have to read those because it wasn't just about one guy, it was about 3 others, I think. We getting into those. The next book is called The Devil's Keepsake, and it's a series, East Coast Devils by Somme Sketcher. If you know Sinners Anonymous by Somme Sketcher, literally love you because absolutely love that series. I am ready for Gabe and Ren from Sinners Anonymous series. Love her books, absolutely loved it. Rated this book, rated The Devil's Keepsake 5 stars. Loved Lorcan and Poppy. Basically her father, it's always the fucking fathers. Her father did something, and basically the father basically gave her to Lorcan. What's with the fathers and just giving up their daughters? If my father did some shit like that, no. Anyway, stuff happens, okay? He is giving very much, don't touch my doll, okay? But she basically is also, she'll talk back, she ain't afraid. So yeah, if you love shit like that, read that because I loved it. 5 stars. Always love a Somme Sketcher book. Next book, Phantom by Greer Rivers, and I believe it's a series. It's Phantom of the Opera retelling, and the series is called Tattered Curtain, and there's a second book, Rogue, that I haven't read. I need to read that ASAP, okay? But anyway, first book, Phantom. This, I rated it 5 stars. This book was 6 stars for me. I absolutely loved Solomon. He literally protected this girl with his whole heart. She has a bipolar disorder. He literally wrote music for her, made songs, always. I think she was an opera singer because she was on stage. This man, y'all, she was practicing on stage and the director was being rude. You know what this man almost did? He goes to one of his what's it called? Not minions. Not minions. I was about to call them minions. The people that basically work for him. He said, go let go of this thing for that chandelier to almost fall on this man with no problem. And he just sat there, but it didn't fall on this man because this man yelled at his girl. Oh my gosh, love this book. I already told you guys about Book Lovers, and then I already told you guys about If He Had Been With Me. These last 3 books, completely in love. I am a girl who loves the spice, okay? The next book is by Emily Rath, and it's called Pucking Wild. This was a second 6-star read for me. This was 6 stars. Loved it. If you have read Pucking Around with Rachel, Ilamari, Jake, and Caleb, don't even get me started. Love them. but this was Pucking Wild, and it was about Tess and Ryan, and Tess is the older one. I don't think I've ever read a book where the female character is older than the guy. So Ryan is 22 and she's 33, and this man sounded like he was 30. Like, hey, like, I want you at 22. And it was just like, I didn't want the book to end. Like, I loved it so much. I love Emily's writing. Like, it's giving everything. So I absolutely loved it. So what I said for the review, I said, finish this book in a day, y'all. Absolutely obsessed with Ryan and Tess. I just, like, I didn't want the book to end. That's how good it was. 6 stars read, 6-star read for sure. It was just like, in her series, it's just like everyone like supports everybody, and it's a whole family. Like, these hockey, it's just like, it's just the way she does her writing. I absolutely love it. So go read the series. I believe it starts with novella. It starts with a novella, but the whole series is called Jacksonville Race. Go run. Love it. This next book, y'all, it's by Miss Trilina Pucci, and the book is called Tangled in Tinsel. This book is a reverse harem. I give this book 5 stars. Absolutely love this freaking book. She has another book that I read already. It's called Not So Lucky. I love how she writes this series specifically, because she, with the female characters, she doesn't really describe them. So she doesn't describe them, so you can envision yourself basically as the main character, and I love that. It was basically 4 guys and Miss Samantha. Loved it. 5 stars. Okay, and it was Christmas, and they were stuck inside of a house. A blizzard was coming through. One thing led to another. Anyway, last freaking book, y'all. We're almost done with this wrap up. This is my first time doing this. First time ain't gonna be too great. For the last book was the last final book was Ice Planet Holiday, and that's the Ice Planet Barbarians series, and I rated that book 4 stars because it was basically the women trying to get a holidays together, like trying to do Christmas, Thanksgiving. They missed all of that, so they kind of made up their own thing and tried to bring that to the tribe. The aliens were like, the fuck is this? What is this Christmas y'all are doing? I loved it. My camera turned off. So anyway, that last book, the Ice Planet Holiday, that was 4 stars. Them blue aliens. And if I've seen some of the fan art, y'all need to go. I was obsessed. Okay. Anyway, if you made it this far, thank you guys so much for watching. I feel like I kind of blacked out during this whole video, so those were all the books I read for August. 21 books, 2 physical, 19 ebooks, and yeah, I can't wait to see y'all next month. And I really need to start a September like TBR. Like, I don't even know, I'm such a mood reader. Okay, if you made it this far, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. All my links are down below. I feel like I have 8,000 shit. But yeah, thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.